Hey Scentsy fans, it's Sarah from Scentsy with Sarah Lynn. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, welcome back. Just a little vendor wax update. Last week I posted a video saying that I was super excited to try some of this vendor wax that people are all the rave about. But I have the curse of being Canadian. Shopping here in Canada, it's substantially improved since like even 10 years ago. A lot of companies do ship up here, or we have a lot of companies up here local now, like American divisions have moved to Canada, so that's great. Vendor wax, not so great yet. So out of the 6 or 7 I want to get my hands on and try, I think 3 of them ship to Canada, and those 3, the shipping charges start at $50 each. That's not including like the customs, the duty, the exchange. So as much as I want to try vendor wax, I don't want to break the bank to try it. I'm quite happy with my Scentsy. I love me some Scentsy. But I'm curious. I love home fragrance, so I want to try and dabble in a little bit of everything and see what rocks and what doesn't. So I've come up with a grand plan to get my hands on some vendor wax. So I found Facebook has these Destash groups. One in particular is called Destash That Wax. So you can go in there and sell all types of vendor waxes. They have Sassy Girl Aroma Destash. They have Rose Girls Destash groups. So there's a Destash for every type of vendor wax. So what that is basically other home fragrance lovers who order this stuff, mostly Americans, will order large quantities of wax. They'll use what they want out of it, and then they can sell it. The cool thing about the Destash groups is that most of the vendors, like Sassy Girl Aroma, that vendor, the girl who does Sassy Girl Aroma, is in the Destash group, and they are very, very diligent in making sure that people aren't selling the wax for more than what it's worth. So I couldn't go and buy $500 worth of their product and then jump on a Destash group and sell it for $500 more than what it's worth. So that's awesome. These vendors aren't about having people poach their products and selling it for far above what it's worth, which is great. So it's just a bunch of home fragrance lovers on these Destash groups that they've tried it. Either they're not big fans of it or they got sick of it, want to try something else, so they sell their wax. So far what I'm looking for is obviously smoke-free home. I don't want anybody's cigarette smoke on anything that belongs to me or is potentially going to be mine. And then animal hair. I have a huge problem with that. A lot of these places, or a lot of these people that are selling the vendor wax, either state smoke-free, animal-free, or they say smoke-free, cat-friendly, smoke-free, dog-friendly. But they're always careful to state that they keep their wax in sealed bags and away from their animals. I'm hoping that this is true, because hair is gross no matter where it comes from. I have hairless pets for a reason. I don't want anybody else's pet hair. So I'm really hoping, ooh, baby's awake. In the Destashes that I've purchased, I'm just going to get fantastic smelling vendor wax and no dog hair or cat hair. That would be awesome. So what I'm doing, and most of these places, or most of these people, I should say, rather, they don't want to deal with international shipping either. So a couple of them do. But again, I'm going to be paying $50, $60, $70 now to ship something half used or partially used or secondhand. I don't want to get into that either. For that matter, I might as well just buy direct from the vendors. So what I've decided to do is I found, I think it's called Connects. It's a receiving service in Port Huron. And actually, I think that they've got Connects locations pretty much all along the border. So it's basically a receiving service. I have an account number and an address in Port Huron that I'm getting these women to send the vendor wax to. My receiving service accepts it on my behalf. They can hold it for up to 30 days. Then I just need to cross the border at Port Huron with my passport and pay them $5 American for receiving my package. And voila, I will have vendor wax. So the other cool thing about buying Destash vendor wax, and I think so far I've only ordered from one girl and she seems to be super cool shit. The good thing about it is with a lot of vendor wax, you have to wait a month, 3 months, 6 months for it to cure. Whereas I love me some Scentsy because I ordered this. It takes max 10 days to get here. And then I can warm my little heart out. With vendor wax, you can do that too, but I've heard that it's not as fragrant. It won't throw. You have to let vendor wax cure. And I don't know about you, but I'm super impatient. So if I place a $200-300 Sassy Girl Aroma order and then I have to wait 3 months before I can use it, I'm a super impatient woman. Vendor wax is good on a Destash because this person that I've ordered it through so far, she's had the wax for 3 to 6 months already. So by the time I pick it up from my receiving service across the border, it'll already be cured and ready to go. I intend on making my first pickup probably November 24th-ish, so around Black Friday. I'm hoping to cross the border and maybe get some Christmas gifts while I'm there. So kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's where I'm at with the vendor wax. I'd also like to thank my subscriber, customer, and friend Megan for the recommendation. She has just recently, actually today, brought to my attention that there's Mandela vendor wax, which is Canadian. I'm going to be placing an order, so thank you very much for that, Megan. Their store is currently closed right now, but I'm excited for when they do a restock. I will definitely be all over that as well. So that's my update on vendor wax. Stay tuned. I'll be bringing you those videos soon. Bye for now.